Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Frugal from ImpossiblyFrugal.com, and today I'm going to be talking about how you can make a low-carb diet even cheaper. So as many of you already know, my husband and I have been on the keto diet for a little while. We were on it for a year. We're really super successful. I had lost about 75 pounds. My husband lost almost 90 pounds being on it for a year. We loved the way we felt. We loved the weight loss that we were seeing. Then we went on a nice vacation to Germany during Oktoberfest, and we couldn't go and not try the pretzels and the beer and all that stuff with carbs in it. For our vacation. So we kind of fell off the wagon a little bit for that vacation and are now starting to get back into the swing of things and join back on our keto journey. And so the biggest thing I hear from people who ask me about the keto diet or ask what I think about it, if I should join it, is how expensive is it? Or they'll just flat out say, I can't be on that diet because it's so expensive I can't afford it. So whenever I hear that, I'm like, it's really not that expensive if you're doing the right things. And here are some of the things that my husband and I do to kind of keep our grocery budget for this diet low, and the kinds of things that we do to really make sure that we're not breaking the bank, we're sticking to the diet, and that it's a lot cheaper than people think it is. So the first thing that you can do to make your low carb or keto diet cheaper is to really keep it simple with your meals. A lot of people will look up keto meal plans or keto meal options online and, find some keto enchilada recipe or, some type of keto casserole that's got 10, 15 different ingredients with xanthan gum or things that you've never even heard of before that you kind of have to really scour the internet or the supermarket to find in the first place. And you really don't need to do that. What we do for our meals is really keep it simple. We've got meat and vegetables. Every now and then we'll try something a little bit different with a few more ingredients in it. But if you really keep your diet simple and stick to just having your protein, your chicken, your steak, your pork, whatever it is that you like to eat, and then pairing that with a plentiful side of vegetables like some of the ones we like, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, broccoli. You're going to keep it simple, and it's going to be really low cost, and you not having to buy all these other crazy ingredients that you've never heard of before, don't really know how to cook with or use, and have to kind of figure it out along the way. So just keep your meals nice and simple. The second thing that you can do to reduce your costs is to buy in bulk. So you've probably heard me say in some of my other videos, my husband and I love Costco. We shop there a lot. We buy a lot of our items in bulk. And so it really works out for us because we can get nice big packs of frozen veggies that way. They also have different options for meat, vegetables that you can get. Coffee, also we drink a lot of coffee on the keto diet. You just have to have no sugar, and the creamer that you're using, you just got to make sure that it doesn't have a ton of carbs in it either. So we'll get, our coffee in bulk. So buy in bulk as much as possible. And if you don't have a Costco near you, check out Sam's Clubs, BJ's. There's all different types of bulk stores that you can buy those items in fairly inexpensively. Another thing you can do is make sure that when you're buying your vegetables, you're buying fruit, which on the keto diet should really just be those low sugar fruit or berries, essentially blackberries, raspberries, those types of things, is to buy them in season. And so if you're not picky about your vegetables or about your fruits, I would highly recommend seeing what's in season and then buying that vegetable or that fruit to use at that time. Because when something is in season and it's plentiful and they have a lot of it, the price tends to be a little bit lower. And then that way, they want to sell as many of them as possible and kind of get rid of them. So those are going to be a lot cheaper than if you go and buy the same core fruits, the same core vegetables that you have to have, whether they're in season or not. And a lot of people will ask me, well, how do I know what's in season and what's not in season? One way that you can figure that out a lot of times is just by looking in the grocery store and seeing what there's a lot of and how that price compares to other fruits and vegetables around it. But another way that you can do is go to the USDA's website, and they have really good guides on what's in season, what's not in season, and I can definitely leave a link to that below for this video, so you can check that out and have a better understanding of what's in season and what's not. And then the last thing that you can do to make a low carb or keto diet even cheaper is to just make your own. So there's so many products out in the grocery store today that say keto cereal, keto protein bars, keto cookies. So tons and tons of items that are sold at a much higher price because they claim to be keto or claim to be low carb. And who doesn't want keto or low carb cookies, right? So your natural reaction is to see it, is to grab it regardless of the price tag a lot of times, which I think is part of the perception of why people think the keto or a low carb diet is so much more expensive, is because when they go to the grocery store, they're seeing these packaged items that say keto and are like, whoa, that's really expensive for the keto diet. So what you really should do is just make your own. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love Pinterest, and so I scour Pinterest a lot for some really simple keto recipes of things that I can make my own. So there's some really nice keto cookie recipes out there. So if you want a cookie and you want to stay in your keto diet, you can definitely try to make some keto cookies, but just make it yourself. There's tons of different things. I've made that. I've made a berry crumble that my husband really likes. So kind of like a cobbler, but it's a keto style. And again, there's so many different recipes out there for keto products. So you want to look for ones that are simple, that have not a ton of ingredients, especially not a ton of ingredients that you've never heard of or not familiar with and will probably use for that recipe and then never use it again. So you want to be mindful of that when you're looking for recipes for things that you want to try or to make on your own, but definitely try and make it on your own. And in my experience, I have tried some of those packaged keto goods that are out there, and a lot of times they are not very tasty. So, you've got high hopes for it, and then you buy it and you try it, and unfortunately it's a big letdown, and you don't actually end up liking the way it tastes, but you had to spend all that money to find that out. So take it from me, don't bother, just keep it simple, make your own, buy in bulk, all that fun stuff we've been talking about today, and you'll do just fine with your keto or low carb diet. Thanks so much everyone for watching. I really appreciate you checking in with me and following my frugal and my keto low carb journey. If you're not subscribed to our channel, make sure to do that so you can keep informed about all of the tips and tricks, as well as some product reviews that I've done as well. So subscribe if you're not already, and give us a like or leave a comment below to let us know what you liked about the video, what other types of things you'd be interested in hearing about. I'm always looking for great ideas on how I can support you in your impossibly frugal journey. But until next time, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.